Hey darlings, we have gathered again for yet another creation, and this time around is a thriftlet. Oh my word. So I made this sling bag, crossbody bag, very close to my chest type of a bag as an airport bag. I feel like this is one of those bags. I am always rummaging through my luggage when I need to find my passport, my phone, lip gloss, and all that. And I thought something like this would be so perfect. And you know what? I thought I also want a hidden zip. I hope the zip works properly. Okay, it does. It's not as stiff. I probably just need to oil it. So it does have two pockets and it is spacious. I don't know where my phone is. But let's try it with a remote, right? So this remote is obviously larger than my phone. But look at that. If we can fit a remote, we can fit a phone. You can fit a wallet. You can fit your documentation on here. You can fit money. And it reduces my anxiety like instantly. I really was thinking about the type of bag that I always want to take when I'm traveling, when I'm going to a concert, because it is here and the zip literally just goes very nicely. Basically, this started with a good old Levi's jean that I thrifted, and I just decided that it's going to be the perfect thing that I'm going to use to have this. Yeah, this video, I'm basically just going to take you step by step the tutorial of how I made this. I am so proud of it. It is adjustable. The one thing that I can tell you about working with jeans or denim material is that you need to get a jeans needle, because anything else is going to break, is going to give you a headache, and that literally so smooth. So let us get into it. You'll need our jeans, lining, rounded object, I use glass, 2 zips, scissors, a ruler, chalk, and iron-on interfacing. We start with cutting open the one side of the leg. I start with a straight line because I have tearing at the bottom just to make a clean start. Then I measure 32 centimeters as my width and mark that, and 10 centimeters as my length. This is going to be the first part of our bag that has the small zip. Just note that I am measuring the 10 centimeters in different spots because I want to make sure that my line is straight. If you can draw a straight line, that's no problem. You can just measure once and draw straight with your ruler. You are going to measure the same width, that is 32 centimeters, to your lining. And then for your length, you are going to measure 11.5 centimeters because you want some allowance. Now you want to match up your lining and main piece. Make sure the extra lining is on top. Fold it over your main piece and iron. Please don't be like me. Put wrong side against wrong side. Starting with the one side of your zipper for the front pocket, you want to sandwich your zipper in between your two fabrics as I am doing. Leave around 2 to 3 millimeters between the fabric and the zip because you don't want your zip getting stuck in between your material. Then basically just sew that together and you will be done with the one piece. Mark 7 centimeters from each corner and connect this to the top with a straight line. This is where you then use your rounded object to kill the sharp edges. Just see where I have made the drawings. I know I didn't show you this, but I actually did the iron-on interfacing later because I wanted to make sure that it is shorter than my main material. Since it is denim, I didn't want to make it any thicker. So I want to now basically make a cover for which is going to connect to the main part, but I want to cover my zip, right? I want it to be anti-theft, etc. So I'm going to use the waist part. Going to unpick the seam. So I'm not sure if I hope that didn't sound or hurt your ears. Okay, I don't think I'm liking this side, so it's basically need to be the same size as this. So this is going to be 32, it's going to be up until somewhere here. Mark about a ½ centimeter from the front side of the zip and do the same at the end of the zip. Note that the top part of your cover has to be open. Place your cover about 1 centimeter over your zip. Then you basically extend the markings that you made on your zip part, which is the bottom part, onto the zip cover. Basically turn it over, pin, and then you are going to be sewing on the sides that I have marked. We are now going to close the front pocket using lining material. It needs to be 1 centimeter over our pocket. What you do is you basically trace out the exact shape and leave an extra 1 centimeter at the top. Fold over the extra fabric in and iron it down sandwich style. You are going to sew this down and basically around the entire pocket to put together the main material and the lining. And now we have a pocket. We are basically going to repeat the process of sewing the zipper. Just like we did in the previous one, you put it in between the opening part. You leave about 2 to 3 millimeters between the fabric and the zip again, so that it doesn't get stuck every time you're trying to zip it down. To make our top closure, I cut a square that is 24 centimeters by 10 centimeters from my jeans. My lining will be longer by 1 centimeter. That means it will be 11.5 centimeters. And the fusible interfacing will be smaller all round by at least 1 centimeter. I then use my glass to make my corners circular. Attach the top to the zip. I fold and mark the middle of the top material, all sides. Do the same to the actual zip, you mark at the middle. And the curvy side is what you basically use to attach to the zip side. You need to then pin and sew this together, and you should have something that looks like this. Now we pin the lining right side to the jeans right side with the zip sandwiched in between and sewed together. This is what the end result should look like when it's done. We are almost there. All we need now is to trace the shape of the bag onto new denim material. You are basically going to use that to cut your lining. You need to give a bit of allowance. You pin together and then you sew it all around. So you basically attach this to your lining material when you sew it together, because you are now done with the actual bag. The final part is to attach the strap. So I used the rings, guys, and I literally had to study a bag that already exists that uses the same rings. So I don't have a tutorial for that part. I'm so sorry. But yeah, just look at how your bag looks and do it that way. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this week's video. I really enjoyed making this project. It took me like 2 days, and that's because I was lazy most of the time. But this is something that's going to be so useful for me. I am going to be showing it off on my TikTok because that's where I'm starting to post more. I'm going to link it below. And I think even on my YouTube shorts, you must check those out every now and then. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to style this. Now it is time to model the bag, although that's not necessary, but cannot never be me without the drama. Bye guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Let me know what you'd like to see next from me. I love you. Bye.